All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Brandon Lee, and I work over here at Fuel Cycle as a solutions consultant. And thank you so much for joining us for the FCX webinar series on product development. So this is our very first topic in our webinar series. And what we're going to be doing each week is exploring how fuel cycle exchange integrations and partners can help provide additional value and essentially help you secure better and faster insights through our platform and through the use of these partners. And so we've got a wide range of topics scheduled for each week, starting out with product development, and then followed by marketing communications testing, usability and user experience testing, shopper insights, customer experience, and last but not least, brand health. So the purpose of these webinars is to really showcase a few FCX partners and show you some targeted use cases where we can deploy these partners within the Fuel Cycle platform. So let's go ahead and move forward. And just to give everybody a quick primer on Fuel Cycle Exchange, I just wanted to remind everybody that Fuel Cycle Exchange is really there to complement the research that you're doing within the Fuel Cycle platform. And it really serves as a way to really customize your research suite. And so there is no one-size-fits-all solution, but with FCX, we can really broaden the use cases that the our research platform can fulfill. And so no matter which department you're in, whether you're in product development, shopper insights, customer experience, or marketing, there is going to be a tool out there for you in the exchange. The Fuel Cycle Exchange is also a leading insights marketplace. We understand that market research teams are very busy, and so our product and research teams are actively vetting the very best insights tools that exist out there today, and we're bringing in unique partners and methodologies that you can rapidly adopt into your research lifecycle. And so we're really working and partnering with the best that exists out there today. And last but not least, we have a way to keep data connected. And so through FCX, we're able to unify your data, and we're really consolidating and managing research and data within one platform, within one central location. So with Fuel Cycle, you can really look towards us as your unified research platform, especially with the FCX integrations and the partners that we work with today. So that was just a quick primer on FCX, and here's a quick slide just showing you the broad range of different use cases and methodologies that our partners can fulfill. And so as we go through our webinar series, we'll be featuring different partners from our exchange and exactly what they can do to help you achieve better insights in research categories such as product development, which is today, shopper insights or customer experience, and usability testing. All right, so to get started on today's topic for product development, we're just going to take a quick look here at the product lifecycle. And so today's focus is going to be on early stage product development processes and really to examine a few opportunities where we can utilize FCX integrations to secure better and faster insights. So we have the basic product lifecycle here pictured on the screen. And of course, everyone's familiar with the four different phases of introduction, growth, maturity or stabilization, and decline. And so I would say that as we explore future categories in our upcoming webinars, we'll see how our FCX partners can apply to these various phases. But today's webinar is really focused on product development, which really precedes the introduction phase here. And so it's the process in which we are actively identifying unmet needs and really understanding what customers value and need in the marketplace today. And with today's modern business landscape, there's really a heightened speed at which businesses and enterprises need to identify these unmet needs, and really just the critical need to shorten development cycles and really develop these products that consumers need on a much faster pace. And so with that being said, we can take a quick look at the overall steps for product development. And so starting out with white space exploration, this is where we're going to be using research platforms like Fuel Cycle to actively understand where there might be needs or gaps, and where a potential product or service can really come in and satisfy that gap. And so, a lot of the early stages of product development will start with exploring that white space. Next up, we have idea generation and screening. So once we have a good understanding of where we can provide additional value or develop a product, we're going to go ahead and generate a multitude of early stage ideas for consideration and screening. And so this is often, of course, tested with our target audience in mind, and they're the ones that are helping us evaluate and vet the potential of these early stage ideas. Once we go through that process, we generate our ideas and we screen for the very best high potential, high impact concepts. We'll then go into concept testing. So we'll take those high potential ideas and concepts and we'll further refine through the use of different methodologies like conjoint analysis, and really optimizing the different features and varying levels of those features to really pinpoint and develop a product that consumers are going to find to be valuable. That also kind of bleeds into the product specifications, and then other phases of the product development process can be doing some research on pricing, some initial pricing research, usability, and product experience as we test out our prototypes and our early phase products with our target audience. But today's webinar is going to focus on these three initial phases: white space exploration, idea screening, and concept testing and feature refinement. And so we've selected three partners to really showcase how we can tackle these specific use cases in the product development category. And so we have end-to-end video analysis tools like VoxPopMe, which we can use to actively explore white space with our target audience. We have partners like Fast Focus, who can deploy quick-turn market studies to really test and evaluate the potential of new concepts in a quick and iterative fashion using market studies. And then last but not least, as we fine-tune that concept and try to understand where our product can provide value through its features, we're going to use a robust quantitative methodology like conjoint analysis through our partner Conjointly to understand the relative value of products and their features and pricing. And so we'll dive into each and every one of these here. And so starting out with white space exploration. And so what we're really trying to do within this first phase of product development is we're trying to discover areas of opportunity through rich qualitative insights. And so if you can imagine, when you have your research respondents really looking to give you some rich feedback and tell you a story through the medium of video, it's a lot much richer in context, and it has a lot more emotion and depth as opposed to a standard sort of open end or essay that you might pose to your audience. And so by capturing video through Fuel Cycle and through VoxPopMe, we're going to be able to capture those rich qualitative insights where we have our target customers and our audience really explain what's missing. You can ask about competitors, you can ask about how a product or service is currently used, any current frustrations with the way things are currently being done in their lives. These are areas that we can explore through the medium of video. And so that would be the use case, and the goal is really to deliver and identify genuine stories of unmet needs and wants to really inform the next phase in the product development cycle, which would be to then generate some ideas that would meet those unmet needs and wants. And so that's our goal. In terms of how we can do this in Fuel Cycle, we can launch a VoxPopMe video capture project through either a discussion or a diary study, or even within a survey, we can embed a video capture widget. And by capturing video in that method, these videos are seamlessly time-coded and transcribed, and we can then automate the analysis of these customer stories to identify overarching themes and analyze sentiment. And then last but not least, the tool has a really easy way to create a highlight reel to share your most significant findings. And what you can get from this at the end of the project is really understand areas where your business can provide additional value by exploring that white space, by analyzing those stories that your customers share with you through video. And so, at the end of the day, you can deliver this video highlight reel that you can share with your internal stakeholders, and really just sort of drive that business objective of developing a new product to meet that unmet need. So in terms of how that's done, we have here's some quick screenshots of the VoxPopMe platform, where there will be automated time-coded video transcripts, so that you can quickly parse through your customer stories and really see that sentence-based sentiment layered upon with various themes. This allows you to quickly go through and pick out the most significant findings from your videos. You can then use tools like the Theme Explorer to quickly identify those key themes and explore them there. So as you can see, these are the most salient themes that are present throughout your video responses. And then last but not least, that video editor. And so as you pull up those stories and those key snippets within your video responses, where people describe where a competitor is perhaps offering a better product, or the way in which they use a certain product or service throughout the year, or just describing their frustrations with the way they're currently using something. These are videos that you can then compile into this video highlight reel and share with your internal stakeholders. So VoxPopMe makes it very easy to do and really enables end-to-end video analysis at speed and scale. So that's one way we can use a tool, a fuel cycle exchange partner like VoxPopMe, to really provide that value throughout the initial phase of white space exploration. All right, now let's move on over into idea screening. And so, as a business at this point, we've really identified that white space and understand where we can develop a new product to meet an unmet need or want. And so next, we're going to move on over into idea screening, in which is where we're going to basically generate a bunch of different ideas. And these are all really at the early stage of the product development cycle. And what we'd want to do is we'd want to have a really great and efficient way of collecting System 1 and System 2 insights on this wide array of early stage products and product and service ideas. And so really the goal is to, at the end of this, is to evaluate and really select and green light the early stage ideas that have the highest potential with your target audience. And we want to select these ideas for further refinement in the concept testing and feature refinement phase. And so, idea screening is really going to come in to help us evaluate which ideas resonate the most. And so we can use a fuel cycle exchange partner such as Fast Focus, which is a predictive market platform that allows us to quickly test, really quickly test the appeal of potential concepts or services or marketing messages or different package designs, you name it. But the Fast Focus platform is really there to allow you to do these quick turn studies where we gather an indication of confidence in several ideas through the investment of tokens and then also verbatim rationale. And so we can deploy a Fast Focus market study through the fuel cycle platform and rapidly test these potential concepts. And what we can get from this at the end of such a study is that we can really identify which ideas have the greatest potential to succeed, and these can then be moved forward into the later stages of refinement. And this is all done through predictive measurements such as what Fast Focus calls the passion score, and through the collection of rich verbatim. So you can really hear from your customers exactly what they like so much about a specific concept. And so here's a quick screenshot of the Fast Focus market. And so as a respondent, you're able to parse through the various concepts that somebody or some business may be looking to consider for development. And so in a hypothetical ice cream market, it looks like we've got several different flavors like chocolate chip cookie dough or strawberry, candied ginger. These are all potential ideas that a business may want to explore. And so with the predictive market, such as Fast Focus, what you have are the investment of different tokens. And so you can basically place a bet as a respondent on which ideas you think would have the highest likelihood of success. And so this investment game is essentially undertaken, and alongside this token investment and indication of confidence, we have our respondents also indicate some verbatim rationale. So they explain why they invested so many ideas into a particular concept. And so this is all determined through the investment of tokens. And what you get through the Fast Focus platform is a set of automated reporting that allows you to get a sense of which ideas rank the highest. And so here we get a breakdown of the passion score, which is basically a collection of the different tokens that were invested, and to what multitude and which and to which subset of members or respondents invested a number of tokens. And so this passion score is really a quantitative measurement of how passionately people feel about the success of a specific concept, or whatever really resonates with these respondents. You're going to get that reflected through the passion score here. Oops. And then we also can break down the verbatim rationale in our dashboards. So for each idea, you can see exactly what people are saying or what they're describing as their rationale for picking that concept. You can take a look at how people invested their tokens across your various concepts. You can take a look at sentiment charts and also take a look at engagement statistics. So Fast Focus really is there to really provide that quick turn insight into the various ideas that you're exploring as you innovate and really try to come up with the next winning idea. All right, so after we've had the chance to really screen and evaluate the success of various ideas, we're going to go ahead and jump into the concept testing and refinement phase. So at this point, we've really understood from our initial set of early stage concepts, we've really narrowed it down and fine-tuned our focus to a few potential concepts. So at this point, this is where we'd want to go through some rigorous, quantitative methodology and use methods such as conjoint analysis in order to identify and really refine which features and prices resonate the most and provide the most value for clients. So the use case with concept testing and refinement is that we're going to really pinpoint, where we're providing value with our potential product. And so, the goal for this part of the product development cycle will be to really collect and understand some directionally correct insights towards the relative value of products and services and the features that are associated to them, as well as understand just an estimate as to what people are willing to pay for a specific product. And so by using a FCX partner like Conjointly, you could actually launch a conjoint analysis experiment right here within the Fuel Cycle platform to your target audience, and you can then test automated variations of your product concepts and constructs. And from there, as you gather responses from your community or through the platform, you can then understand the preferences that your respondents place within the various product attributes and price levels. And this is all done through in an automated fashion through automated reporting. And so what you can get from a use case such as this is that you can really inform later stage product decisions and you can refine your concepts with greater confidence and precision thanks to the quantitative methodology of conjoint analysis, and really being able to do this quickly and efficiently through the conjointly platform. And so when we generate our automated reports through the platform, you're going to get a lot of really key insights into things such as the relative importance of the various product attributes, and then the varying levels. And so we can say, all right, we have in our example here, data included. And so as a overall attribute, we can see its relative importance. But then from there, we can also drill down into the varying levels of that attribute. So, how many megabytes or gigabytes are included, and what is the relative importance of those attribute levels in relation to each other. And so you can see that sort of trade-off that community members or respondents are willing to take. And you can also understand the marginal willingness to pay. You can run share of preference simulations, which are really useful for testing your concept against existing product concepts or existing products that your competitors offer today in the market. You can take a look at the ranked list of your product constructs. So across all the various and possible combinations of your products and those features, you can see which one provides the most value. And then you can also run segmentation on your reporting, so you can see which you can see that relative value across different segments within that you run this study with. And so with those three use cases, white space exploration, idea screening, and concept testing and refinement, we've really tackled a variety of use cases in the early stage product development cycle. And so you can really realize a lot of value and essentially deliver on insights in a much quicker and more efficient way through the Fuel Cycle Research platform and through the use of these FCX partners. And so if you're really interested in learning more about any of these different tools that we've mentioned today, we would really encourage you to reach out to your client success manager to learn more about some of the end of year promotions and discounts that are occurring today. And we'd be more than happy to schedule for a demo where we can go through a deeper dive and just really further understand how these partners and platforms can be integrated into your research life cycles. So that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for your time, and join us next week where we're going to be discussing how fuel cycle exchange partners can be applied to marketing communications testing, where we're going to dive into various things such as ad testing, content testing, and just overall exploring various use cases in marketing communications. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll talk to you guys soon.